Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 3, playing this Wild West city sim called Depraved. If you didn't see the first 2 episodes, there's a link in the description below that'll take you back. We just unlocked additional buildings because we now have settlers for the first time, and that opens up a whole bunch of new possibilities. The first of which is our gallows, which is nearly complete. We also now can build mines of various kinds. Now, I did run into one problem here. I've been desperately needing this stone mine because I'm having a hard time finding access to good stone. But the stone mine sitting right here is being blocked from being built by our town hall and our stonemason. Now, we could tear down the stonemason and move it, but I can't tear down the town hall. If I tear down the town hall, the entire town gets torn down. I tried it just to see. So I can't build this stone mine because the town hall's in the way. So lesson learned for future playthroughs, that you can't build something that close to a potential mine for down the road. I did, however, build an iron mine over here while in the process of building it. Once that's complete, that's going to give us access to that iron ore, which is going to be huge moving forward because I've had to be importing metal parts like crazy. So now I can start producing my own metal parts. Meat's in short supply, so we've got an order in to try and buy some meat. Actually, we did, but it's all gone already. So I guess we're going to have to buy some more, but we're really short on money. I think somewhere I built a pig farm. I'm just reacquainting myself. It's been a few days since I played. So there's a sheep farm. Oh, I think the pig farm might be back here somewhere. No, I guess not. I thought I did, but perhaps I haven't gotten that far yet. Anyway, we're going to have to do that because we're desperately going to need that pig farm in order to produce meat for my families right now who are struggling. So everything else is over here, bakery, etc. We've got our crop fields going. There's our mill there. So that's where things stand. We're definitely going to need a sheriff because things are getting out of control. A lot of people unhappy. Looks like we're going to probably need a new cemetery pretty soon. People die like crazy. There are no criminals in the city to hang, but there will be. So let's go ahead and queue up building the sheriff's office here. Let's take a look at... All right, pig farm we're going to need. Here we go. Sheriff, 700. Let's get that guy placed somewhere. I have no idea where he's going to go. We're running out of room in our city, so pretty soon we're going to have to save up to get that 10,000 to be able to expand our borders a little bit. Our funds are low, so we're going to have to sell some things off to make up for that. And usually I can find something to sell. It looks like right now we're already queued up to sell some gold ingots. That'll help with the income a little bit, but I think I'm going to need to sell more than that. Looks like we could probably sell some logs, perhaps. No, we're out of wood, really, for the most part. We might have to sell our alcohol off. We're out of fish. We're out of meat. Oh, there's our pig farm. I knew we had placed one in the last episode. I just couldn't remember where it went. So it's over here in the woods. And our saloon is nearly complete now as well. So I don't know why I had gold ingots queued up to sell, because we certainly don't have any of those. So we're going to sell some cloth because we've got a lot of available cloth. That's one area that could help make some money for me real quick, because we are out of money right now. Well, this lady has become furious and become violent. Letty Fleshelt, she's raging right now, and she's beating the tar out of poor Pearl Battles, who didn't do anything to her. Somebody's going to end up dead from this, and it looks like it's poor Pearl Battles who was murdered. So we're going to have to go deal with her. I don't know if we can hang her without a sheriff, so we're going to have to wait until our sheriff is complete so that we can deal out justice to people like her. And unfortunately, there goes the last spot in our cemetery, but I just don't have enough money. Oh man, she's attacking somebody else. Now this has got to stop. All right, folks, let's go deal with her. She's already hurt. There we go. So it's showing her cause of death as murdered, but unfortunately that's just what I had to do. So we've got to get some meat. Things are rough right now. We need this pig farm. We need stone. We need money in the worst way. So I need to place another cemetery. I need to get this sheriff complete. I need to build a tool maker so we can start turning this iron into metal parts. But first we've got to get the iron mine done, and I don't have enough wood for that. So everything's kind of in a rough spot right now. And our residents are continuing to get discontented, and that's eventually going to lead to them being angry, and that's going to get ugly. So we've got to get these needs met. Let's take a look real quick at the population levels, and you can see kind of where we're at. These are the needs that even the basic pioneers have. Meat's a big one, so we're going to continue to have people getting angry until we deal with this meat supply. All right, looks like we got a bar fight going on here. I don't know if this is just an angry guy or if this guy, that's the barkeeper, attacked some people or they attacked him. I don't know which, but obviously we're going to have these kinds of issues with the alcohol going on. So it's just a reality, unfortunately. We do have our pig farm up and running now. We're just waiting for them to bring in additional supplies, but we looks like we have our first pig, so hopefully that's going to start dealing with the meat situation. We do have 2 hunters, but they're just not keeping up with the demands of the city anymore. All right, our iron mine is about complete. We're going to see that completed right now. Another resident has become violent. This is happening way too often. Our sheriff's office needs to get completed. We're waiting on 6 more wooden planks to get that done. I'm putting another well back here because we're having issues with water now. I did place another cemetery since this one is now full, and we are squeezing everything we can out of the available property here. We've got plenty of pigs going now on the pig farm, so hopefully that deals with the meat issue very, very soon, because I can't handle this much longer, all these people getting angry and violent. It's just happening way too often. Oh man, this is bad. We've got a guy from the Hounds who's come in and murdered 4 of our people so far, and he's about to murder 2 more. Now, we do have a sheriff, finally, but we've got to go deal with this guy and deal with him quick. Looks like we took him down, thankfully. That was ugly. He took out a bunch of our citizens, and the problem is we've got such a backlog of wooden planks needed that we haven't been able to build the cemetery, and there's nowhere to bury all these people that have just died. So looks like the wood planks are on their way to the cemetery now, but this whole episode, this has not been a good time for the village of Tombstone. Things are in bad shape. We're going to try to turn this around by the end of the episode, though. So I couldn't figure out why it was that we had a pig farm but still have a trouble with meat. And the problem is we didn't create a butcher. So we're going to create the butcher here. And we're also getting demands for a church. So we're going to have to deal with that. Let's go ahead and get a wooden church built. These things are going to take time. It's a small church, and it looks like we've got a spot right in here that we can squeeze it. So we've got a sheriff now, but at last check, he didn't have a gun. I think he might have one now, though. He does. So we finally got him a Winchester, so he's not complaining about being unarmed anymore. No, he is still unarmed. Okay, but he's just not complaining about it. So we've got to get my sheriff a gun. There's a lot of people in town with a gun, but not him. Well, there's a Winchester lying on the ground over here. It seems from one of the outlaws that we attacked. So we're going to send our sheriff to go grab that. Oh no, somebody else has already taken it? Are you kidding me? Every time I try to get my sheriff a weapon, somebody else gets to it first. So this has been kind of an ongoing issue, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. But you can see our second cemetery, which is not yet complete, has a great need for completion because we've had a lot of people dying and we don't have anywhere to put them. It's kind of this ongoing thing where people are getting furious and attacking other people. So people are dying a lot in my town right now, and I don't think that's going to get alleviated until this butcher is complete and we get not only some meat but also a church. So 2 big needs that we have right now. And I guess Justin Broadfoot, I forgot that is the name of my sheriff, so he was the one that went and got that weapon. So our sheriff has finally got a weapon. That's good. And looks like we're somewhat meeting the needs of our people. And I don't know what happens when your sheriff's the guy that gets mad. If he goes raging, that could be a real problem for us. But you can see the needs here. No meat, no water, no fish, no bread, no alcohol. We basically have nothing. And now it's winter. So we're going to be importing some things, but financially we're in a rough situation here. So we're going to have to sell some stuff off and hope this butcher gets completed real soon. We're short on, looks like one metal part right now. So Benjamin Michi, who is one of our settlers, has been arrested. He's being taken to prison. It looks like he's near death anyway, but we'll see him listed in our imprisoned here in a second. He may have died on the steps of the jail. I don't know. No, he's not showing up as imprisoned, though, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I guess no hangings yet. So what we got to do is we got to find some of our common laborers, which we're doing, and we're switching them over to builders so we can finally get these buildings completed. And that should resolve some of these ongoing issues that we're having. Finally get our butcher complete. All right, queuing up another building. We're going to have a toolsmith right here. We've got to start making our own metal parts, which means, of course, we have to import some metal parts in order to be able to make that. Our other cemetery is complete. It should be halfway full by now, except that we've had so many dead people that died without there being a cemetery that I don't know how many are actually going to end up getting buried here. But our Undertaker, Essa Rish, is never without work to do. That is for sure. Not in a town like Tombstone. Okay, so what do you do when the sheriff's the guy who's on the murderous rampage? The sheriff just murdered the Undertaker. Poor Essa. So now we have a new Undertaker who's going to bury the old Undertaker. That's how life is in Tombstone right now. So hopefully this sheriff, Justin, gets done with his rage pretty soon because we need him to get back to being a lawman. He's going all Wyatt Earp on us right now, his vendetta ride around the town. I believe I see, is that an Indian riding into town? Nope. Okay. I was worried somebody was coming to attack. Let's get this toolsmith done. Our butcher is done. What? Nearly so. We're still waiting on one more metal part. We may need to purchase that. All right, our final metal part has arrived for the butcher. So that's going to get complete. Hopefully, this deals with the fact that we have murders aplenty still happening in Tombstone. You can see our cemetery is going to get filled up really, really fast. Holy cow, a lot of people are dying right now. The sheriff is again going on a rampage. All right, sheriff, it's time for you to be put down, my friend. I'm sorry. We're going to order everybody to attack the sheriff. All right, we took him out. Yes, we killed the sheriff. Oh, do we have another person raging? Oh my gosh, this is insane. There's so much murder happening in Tombstone. It's like the real life Tombstone. It's just chaos everywhere. Look at all the dead bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. There are at least 7 dead people laying here right now. It's insanity. We do have a church now. Or nearly so. It's 92% complete. Somebody's got the flu over here. That's not ideal. Come on, get this butcher done. This has been like the theme of this episode, is trying to get meat for our people. Our new Undertaker, Flavius Schwarzlander, is very busy. Hopefully these bodies don't rot in the streets while we're waiting for him to complete his task. Do we have a new sheriff? We do. Rutherford McCord. And he has a weapon, so that's good. Oh yeah, our butcher just came to get his first little piggy to turn into meat for our people. Desperately needed. It's also going to produce leather at the butchery. Thank goodness. And we're going to need him to be working hard at this. Can we assign a second one? I believe we can. It's going to cost us most of our available funds, but we're going to assign a second butcher as well. Tell him to go over to this pig farm, start grabbing some pigs. Undertaker working hard, Flavius. His job is never done.